Yo, 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 yo. What up? What up? It's your boy Stingray Cool here, back in the building for another show. Today's show, we're gonna talk about the history of hip hop. Before then, I'm gonna drop these three Bible verses on your mofankles and mofanklets and hit you with the intro. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe too. You can hit the cash out Stingray Cool support channel if you want to, but most importantly, let's get them views up and thank you for the 500 views. 500 subscribers. Read John chapter 1, Mark, hold up, Ephesians chapter 6, and Luke chapter 7. Get the intro started. Let's get it. All right, here we go. So I'll check out the comments afterwards. This ain't gonna be a long Wikipedia. Thank goodness it works well. Hold up. Here we go. Drill is a subgenre of hip hop music that originated in Chicago in the early 2010s. It is sonically similar to the trap music subgenre and lyrically similar to the gangster rap subgenre. Early drill artists are noted for their explicit adversarial style and lyricism in association with crime in Chicago, especially the Black Disciples and Gangster Disciples. The genre progressed into the American mainstream in 2012, following the success of pioneer rappers like Chief Keef, Lil Reese, Lil Durk, Fredo Santana, G Herbo, Lil Bibby, and King Louie, who had many local fans and significant internet presence, alongside the producer Young Chop. Other rappers such as L.A. Capone and Rondo Number 9 also contributed to the early drill scene. As the audience grew, media attention and the signing of drill musicians to major labels followed. After the initial momentum of the subgenre subsided, Chicago drill saw a resurgence in the late 2010s and the early 2020s with trailblazing artists such as King Von, rest in peace, Polo G, Cowboy, and renewed Little Durk. Elsewhere, regional subgenres of drill music have gained mainstream popularity. The subgenre of UK drill has influenced original scenes around the world, including Brooklyn drill. Brooklyn in the house, which also gained mainstream popularity in the late 2010s and early 2020s with artists like Pop Smoke and Fivo Foreign. Chief Keef, in particular, is considered the primary progenitor and popularizer of drill music, responsible for bringing it to the mainstream. Characteristics: the lyrics of the drill tend to be wary and callous. The Guardians' Lucy Steak and nihilistic drill reflects real life where its squeaky clean hip hop counterparts have failed. Drill lyrics strongly contrast with subject matter of early Chicago rappers. In contemporary mainstream hip hop, which is the time drill emerged, tended to glorify and celebrate a rise of wealth. Drill lyrics typically reflect on the streets and tend to be gritty, violent, realistic, and nihilistic, as I say. Drill rappers use a grim, deadpan delivery, often filtered out through autotune, influenced by the stone, aimless warbling of Soulja Boy, one of the earliest non-local Keith collaborators, and Lil Wayne before him. Atlanta-based rappers Gucci Mane and Waka Flocka Flame, Waka, Gucci, Soulja, were important influences on the drill scene, although it bears Many similarities to trap music. The speed of the drill beat is generally slower with a moderate tempo, having about 60 to 70 beats per minute. Some producers work at double tempo, such as 120 to 140 beats per minute. Drillers tend to be young. Many prominent musicians in the scene started getting attention while still in their teens. One of the genre's most prominent musicians, Chief Keef, was 16 when he signed a multi-million dollar record contract with Interscope. And in the extreme example, Lil Wayne co-signed a 13-year-old driller, Lil Mouse. Critics have noted drill rappers' lack of concern with metaphor and wordplay. Chief Keef said that his symbolistic flow is conscious stylistic choice. I know what I'm doing. I mastered it and don't even really use metaphor or punchlines because I don't have to, but I could. I think that's doing too much. I'd rather just say what's going on right now. I don't really like the metaphor or punchlines like that. Wet Moser wrote the Keith songs are lyrically, rhythmically, and emotionally dismissed, which is why the sound so airless and claustrophic. It's not even fatalistic because that would imply on self-conscious and moral consideration that isn't there in the lyrics. It's just it just is over and over again. A profile on the scene in the New York Times examined the genre's aggression. With rare exception, the music is unmediated and raw and without bright spots. Focused on anger and violence, the instinct is to call his tough, unforgiving, and concrete hard music joyless, but in truth is exasperating. In the darkness, most of the procrastinators are young and coming into their creative own against the backdrop of outrageous violence in Chicago, particularly among young people. Dozens of teenagers have been killed in Chicago this year, and often related to gangs. There is a long history of overlap between Chicago gangs and Chicago's rap. That their music is sympathy and of ill-tempered threats shouldn't be a surprise. Stiak called drill production style the sonic cousin of skittish footwork, southern fried hip hop, and the 808 trigger finger of trap. Young Chop is frequently identified by critics as the genre's most characteristic producer. The sound of the trap producer Lex Luger's sound like the wrestler. Boom. Music is a major influence on drill. And shout out to DJ Lex Luger. And shout out to Lex Luger, the wrestler, one of my favorites. And Young Chop identified Shouty Red, Drummer Boy, and Zaytoven as important precursors to drill. Now let's go into the history. God, all right, here we go. David Drake. Hold up. Put this up here a little bit. David Drake of Complex said drill is not defined by any particular production style, but is about the entirely of the culture, the lingo, the dances, the mentality, and the music, much of which originated in Joe City, a gang-defined territory of city blocks in the Woodland neighborhood. In the street slang, drill means to fight or retaliate and can be used for anything from females getting dialed up to all out war in the streets. Joe City rapper Pac-Man, considered the stylistic originator of the genre, is credited as the first to apply the term to the local hip hop music. Drake described the drill scene as a major vehicle of the early 2010s rise of Chicago hip hop and described the scene grassroots movement, as a grassroots movement that had incubated in a closed interlocking system on the streets and through social media and a network of clubs and parties and amongst high schools. Drill developed on the south side of Chicago in the midst of the escalating violence and a homicide crisis. Mark Guarino wrote for Salon that the music drill developed grew during a shift from historic feuding between monolithic crime organizations controlling thousands of members each to intrapersonal squabbling. Is what shaped drill music. The drill scene, rap conflict, and gang conflict overlapped. And many of the young rappers come from backgrounds with experience of violence. The independence. Sam Co, 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 Sam Gould wrote that Chief Keef represents both a scary strain of current hip hop culture and a seriously alienated group with American society. YouTube was a platform for many drill rappers to release their music videos on it, ultimately significant contributed to the genre's popularity. Chief Keef is considered the primary progenitor and popularizer of drill music, responsible for bringing it to the mainstream in 2011 and 2010. In 2012, I meant to say. Excuse me, 2012. Yeah, 2012. He recorded multiple singles, including Love Soul, I Don't Like, and Bang, which became viral hits and was subsequently offered to a deal from Interscope Records. Around the same time, King Louie, another drill rapper, was given a record deal from Epic Records. By late 2012, rappers from other scenes and hip-hop stars like Kanye West, Drake, and Rick Ross were collaborating with drill musicians. Kanye West remixed I Don't Like for the 2012 Good Music, shout out to Good Music Company, compilation Cruel Summer as Don't Like with features from West, Chief Keef, Pusha T, Big Sean, and Jadakiss. West cited drill as an influence on his 2013 album Yeezus, and Chief Keef and King Louie had vocals featuring on the album. Drill subject matter strongly contrasts with that of earlier Chicago rappers such as Kid Sister. I like Kid Sister, shout out to her. Lupe Fiasco, my boy. Mr. Daydream, fell asleep in the flowers. Psalms 1, I don't know who it is, but I will give him a chance. Rhyme Fest, don't know who it is. And the Cool Kids, I don't know who they are. Oh, no. I think I heard of Cool Kids before, my bad. But Kid Sister, that's my girl. Older Chicago rappers have been mixed in their reaction to drill's popularity and violence. In the radio interview, rapper Lupe Fiasco said, Chief Keef scares me, not him specifically, but just the culture that he represents. The murder rate in Chicago is skyrocketing, and you see who's doing it and perpetrating it. They all look like Chief Keef. After Chief Keef threatened Fiasco on Twitter, Fiasco said he was considering quitting the music scene. Ron Fest tweeted that drill is the theme music for murder. It's murder. Chief Keef's album debut, Finally Rich, released on Interscope Records in late 2012, was subconsciously described as a classic album in the genre. Despite the warm critique, Finally Rich only sold 50,000 copies units and became a flop record, with results and record labels subsequently losing interest in drill, deeming it a fad. While drill music of Chicago fizzled out of mainstream popularity, a new scene was emerging in the UK. I don't even know your Kai. Cheese and crumpets. And by the late 2010s was gaining mainstream popularity, spreading across Europe, influencing creation of drill scenes around the continent. UK drill music evolved its own distinct style of production compared to Chicago drill, with UK drill group 67 often credited for shifting the sound away from the Chicago influences. It seems to heavily draw inspiration from it in its early days in the foundation and for forming a more homegrown sound, with LD, a member of 67, being named as the godfather of UK drill. In the mid 2010s saw the emergence of Chicago-influenced Brooklyn drill artists such as Bobby Shmurda, shout out to Bobby Shmurda, and Roddy Rebel, shout out to Bobby Rebel. While the late 2010s saw the emergence of new prominent drill artists from Brooklyn such as Pop Smoke, rest in peace, Chief G, Fabio Foreign, Sleepy Hollow, and 22 G's. Later, Brooklyn Drill's production is heavily influenced by UK drill, the latter of which production influences from grime and UK garage. Oh yeah, I know a little bit about that grime. I don't know that much about the grime in the UK, but I know a little bit about that style. It's alright. With artists such as Fabio Foreign, Chief G, Smooth L, Busy Banks, 22 G's, and Pop Smoke collaborating with UK drill producers such as 808 Mellow, Yai Mixer, Productions Yaz Beats, Tommy Prime, and AXL Beats. Pop Smoke song Welcome to the Party, produced by 808 Mellow, was prominent, released in 2019, and saw remixes from Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, and British MC Skepta. Shift G's No Suburban, released in 2017, and to 22 G's Suburban, released in 2016, have been credited for bringing attention on to later Brooklyn drill. Controversy. Where there's fame, there's controversy. In 2022, some people, including New York City Mayor Eric Adams, connected to the pro-gun content of the genre to real-world gun violence on the streets of New York City, of New York, and other major cities, given the violence surrounding a number of drill artists who have been killed, such as T. Wu, rest in peace, Pop Smoke, rest in peace, Chai Witz, rest in peace. Yeah, that's how you spell it. And gun violence victims, Nas Bixley, rest in peace. A shooting by alleged attempted murder C. Blue, who is signed with Interscope Records, also gave rise to concerns anchoring the 1990s era gangster rap controversy. In response to the epidemic of death arising out of the dis elements in the scene in early 2022, a number of prominent New York DJs and music influencers, including DJ Dresky of Hot 97, Joe Budden, Ebro Darden of Ebro in the Morning on Hot 97, D-Tech, and Power 105.1's DJ Gabe P, either vowed to stop playing gang disc records or reiterate their refusal to play such content. DJ Dresky told Complex that several young artists had told them they themselves did not want to include inflammatory discs in their drill work, being concerned about fueling neighborhood violence, but that such tracks were ultimately what got attention on YouTube. In September 2022, the New York Police Department removed local drill artists from Rolling Loud Festival, allegedly due to concerns of public safety, and the police chief was concerned that the rappers would incite violence. Influence. UK drill is a substance of drill music and road rap that originated in South London, the district of Brixton, from 2012 onwards. Borrowing heavily from the style of Chicago drill music, UK drill artists often rapped about violence and hedonistic criminal lifestyles. Typically, those who created this style of music are affiliated with gangs of come from socioeconomically deprived neighbors where crime is a way of life for many. UK drill music is closely related to road rap, a British style of gangster rap that became popular in the years prior to the existence of drill. Musically, UK drill often exhibits violence, language, and provocative lyrics. So that is the history of drill rap, everybody. Whether you like it or don't like it, it's the history of it. I don't really roll with it, but I respect the hustle and making that money. I like the traditional boom bap and the G-funk music myself. But if you like drill, nothing wrong with you. But I like the G-funk style. I grew up the West Coast. In the South, we more like that. Well, we got trap and stuff, but I'm more that funkadelic, Ice, Good and Mob Outkast, or Good and Mob Outkast, Petey Pablo, Nappy Root stuff. Then you also got the boom bap in New York. But yeah, if you like drill, that's cool. But shout out to Chief Keef, the pioneer of that. So on this day, I give Chief Keef his flowers. Whether I agree with drill rap or not, I do give the brother credit for what he did, for taking something underground and making it over the ground, making it mainstream. So peace, love, and God bless. And remember, John 3:16, God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believe him shall not perish and have everlasting life. And thank you, Young Dub, for the ideal of that. And anyone else who want to do what Young Dub did, just on my community tab, leave an answer of what video you want me, genre rap, or any rap history you want me to talk about. Knowing me, I already made a lot of rap videos. I will make a lot more. And the ones that you mentioned that I already done, I would just share it and go look at it and view it and get them views up, my mofolos and mofoloettes. We out. Peace, love to the mofolo land. Wakanda forever. Peace, love. God bless you. God loves you. And God is everything. Without God, I wouldn't be here. God is good. God is great. And we out.